Hello, welcome to the Spoon Fork Heart Kitchen. สวัสดีค่ะ My name is Siri. Today I'm going to show you my version of the Char Siu pork. Okay, so today my version of the Char Siu pork. Sometime in Thailand we use this one to make khao mu dang or a lot of this. So Thai barbecue pork, we can call that too. Okay, so I use the 3-pound the pork loin. So I'm gonna have to remove extra fat and all the tendon over here and extra fat. So I'm just going to remove them. Okay, you can use pork shoulder if you want it to, because it's some recipe use a pork shoulder. Okay. Or some people like to leave this fat on, but it's too much. And also I like to remove some underneath the tendon. If I think if I call it right, I wasn't sure. Same when you doing the rib. It always have to remove them. It will be a lot better and tender. So okay, so now I mostly remove the cameraman just tell me it's called the silver skin. So I remove most of them, but I want to keep some a little bit of fat too. So when I put in the oven or when I cook them, it have like extra flavor, extra fat coming out too. And I'm going to save all this fat to make them oil. Okay, now I have the beautiful pieces of meat. So now I'm going to cut them in half. I use 3 pounds. This is a little bit more than 3 pounds, but after I remove all the fat and everything, they probably be 3 pounds. And I'm going to cut about 3 pieces out. They're gonna be about this big, about 1 inch thick. So alright, so put in the bowl. Okay, you're gonna end up with the 6 pieces pork meat. Okay, and now after the cut of meat done, and now we're going to make the marinade sauce. Okay, for the marinade, first I'm going to put the 1 cup brown sugar. 1 cup brown sugar going, and next I have the fermented bean curd, the red bean curd. I will use 3 cubes of them. It's how they look inside. Okay, this Thai Chinese recipe. So okay, I will use 1, 2. It will add the umami flavor. I will use 3 cubes, and then plus I will use some juice that come inside too, about 3 teaspoons. Okay. Next, honey. I will use the 1/4 cup the honey. Okay. So this recipe is very much Thai. It very much the original come from China, but very popular in Thailand also, because the Chinese people moved to Thailand and bring all this recipe, and then everybody kind of make their own version. And this will be my version that I always like to cook with. Oh, sorry, the honey take forever. So, but it's good. I can tell you some short story too. So, it's very, very popular. We use it for the dish like called khao mu dang. I know khao mu dang is a lot of people favorite. Honey, please. And we used to put inside the noodle, some egg noodle. We put in the sandwich. It's a lot of food, a lot of recipe that you can cook with this barbecue pork. Okay, so I have 1/4 cup the honey going. Okay, this is will make your barbecue pork or Char Siu pork. It get them shiny on the outside. The honey will do that for you. Okay, and next soy sauce. Today I use the low sodium soy sauce. I will use the 2 tablespoons. So 1, 2, just to add like extra flavor. Okay, because okay, next seasoning soy sauce. I will use 3 tablespoons the seasoning soy sauce. So I use the 3 tablespoons the seasoning soy sauce. For the, if you use the not the low sodium soy sauce, you can not regular soy sauce. You're only gonna use the 2 tablespoons of this. Okay, and then next I'm going to use 2 teaspoons salt. Okay, salt go in, and 1.5 teaspoon garlic powder. Garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon white pepper, and 1.5 teaspoon the Chinese 5 spice. Okay, I will show you the back for the 5 spice that I use. You can do homemade for the 5 spice if you want to. It's not difficult, just blend everything together, but it's kind of easy. Okay, so this band that I use, just want to show you, but any band will do. Okay, and next, I know I didn't use the food color on my recipe too much, but this one is a lot better when you add a little bit the red color. So I used about 10 drops. I'm gonna put about 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if you don't mind, if you don't care for the color, the little bit the red color, you can skip the food color. It's just making barbecue pork it look like when you go to eat it in Thailand. So, and then I'm going to thin it up all the sauce with the 4 tablespoons the water. Yeah. Sometimes in Thailand they use kind of orange, little bit of orange color. Okay, and I'm going to use 2 teaspoons the sesame oil. 1, 2, okay. Alright, and now I try to mix everything well, and I'm going to pour all this marinade that we just make to our pork roast. And you still see a lot of chunk from the bean curd and some sugar, but no worry, I'm gonna put my globe on it, and I'm going to use my hand to massage them. Look at this. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put my globe on it. Okay, because I have the food color in here, so it's gonna be a lot easier with the work with the globe. And then also so I can make the bean curds, mix them well because they still have the big chunk. Okay, and give all the piece a massage. I cook a lot 3 pounds because the 3 pounds of the pork roast, you can use pork shoulder also, it have more fat on it, but pork roast is very tender. I tried this a lot of time, and then I really love it. You can, because you have to marinate this over the night, it will be the best. If you don't have a time for over the night, you just feeling you just want to eat today, at least 4 hours that you have to marinate, otherwise all the flavor and thing is not gonna get inside the meat. So okay, I'm gonna keep our pork to be covered. I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator to marinate for over the night. Okay, and we see you again tomorrow. Okay, and now the magic of the internet is tomorrow. So I marinate this meat over the night, and let's see. Okay, and you can see extra juice, extra water come out more from the meat after you keep them marinate over the night. Okay, and now I'm going to just give them the mix, make sure all the sauce is all cover the meat. Okay, and I'm going to, and also don't forget, I forget to tell you actually, I set the oven for 400 degrees because today I didn't put on the barbecue. I'm gonna put in the oven, so I set the oven for 400 degrees. All right, and now I'm gonna lay the pork on the sheet. We have 6 pieces total that we cut yesterday, remember? Okay, so I'm gonna put 3 and 3. Okay, and now I have 6 pieces, very beautiful marinade lay on top of my rack. And please don't forget to, don't throw away this extra marinade. Don't throw away them. I'm gonna show you really delicious dipping sauce with the marinade. So a lot of favorite food with the marinade, the we have all the favorite. I'm gonna show you the sauce. So I'm gonna put this on the top shelf, okay, and this is 400 degree, and I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. Okay, the pork in the oven for 20 minutes before I take them out and turn in the other way, so we have a lot of time to make our dipping sauce. So I'm going to start with the 3 cup the water. 3 cup the water go in. Okay, and also for the pork, if you want to cook in the barbecue, it's okay too. It just go a little bit slow because it might be burned. So, and now I have 3 cup of the water, and then I have this marinade. Okay, I will have to get the spatula. I want to make sure everything go inside the sauce. So I'm gonna give them the mix a little bit because sometimes some extra favorite on the bottom. Okay, and now I make sure I mix everything. Now I'm gonna pour all this marinade to go with the water. And now I'm going to bring all the sauce and the marinade to come to be boiled. But remember, you see the little red color is not the pork butt, okay, or anything. Remember, I put the fermented bean curd, and also I put the red color, the food color, red color, food color into it. So that's why they're a little bit red, little bit pink, but it's safe. It's safe to eat. So. Okay, and now when they start boil, now you can see all the extra foam on the top because it's from the meat, from the we marinate the meat. Of course, they're gonna have all this foam. So now I'm going to take them out. Okay, on the top, these two, the skimmer, the strainer, this one, oh, it really helps. You need one in the kitchen. I really love them. I use them a lot for oil, for extra oil on top, or for extra foam like this. It works really, really good. Okay, so as you can see, it's a lot, but no worry, they're all gonna be out. Okay, and you see how different now. You can see a lot of color there, and no worry about some little extra pieces there. We're good now. Okay. And next, I'm going to start the seasoning because we thin it up with the 3 cup the water, so the favorite kind of thin it out. Now we have time to prep all the ingredients that are gonna go inside the sauce. So here I have the sesame seed, white sesame seed, but to make the extra more favorite food, I toast them until they light brown color, and I'm going to open up the favorite too. So I'm gonna put inside my little pestle and mortar, and I'm going to pound them and give them the open up all the oil and extra favorite from the sesame seed. Okay, I will show you. You have to pound them like this a lot. You just have to open up all the favorites. Basically, you just try to push like this and spinning and push, and you can hear the sound. You can hear the sound of the sesame getting open. Like a popping up sound. Okay, and now in medium heat, now we're gonna start to seasoning. I have 1 tablespoon brown sugar. 1 tablespoon brown sugar go in, and I have the 1 teaspoon grated ginger. This is the grated ginger. Okay, I use the micro pen, and I use the fresh ginger. You just use the spoon to remove all the skin, and then you just grate them like very small. Okay, so 1 tablespoon the brown sugar and 1 teaspoon the ginger go in, and next we're gonna put our sesame seed that we toasted, and then we pound them a little bit to open up all the flavor. So the sesame seed all go in. Okay, wow, this is gonna be a really, really good sauce. Okay, next I'm going to put some salt in it with my seasoning soy sauce. 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. 1 and 2. And next I'm going to add 3 tablespoons the hoisin sauce. Gonna add some umami flavors, a little bit sweet, a little bit salty, caramel, umami flavored. Okay, 3 tablespoons. And this the recipe, I already tell you when we marinate the pork from the beginning. It's Thai Chinese recipe because it I believe it in Thailand. It comes from China. A lot of Chinese people in Thailand and they bring the recipe. But when you cooking some delicious food in the local, of course, Thai people, everybody have their own version, their own recipe. So it might different when you see the Char Siu pork, some of the recipe, because everybody have their own recipe. Okay, and now I'm going to bring this to boil again. Okay, next I'm going to thicken up the sauce a little bit with the cornstarch. So I use 2 tablespoons cornstarch and add a little bit of water, about 3 tablespoons of water. Okay, give them the little mix. Okay, make sure you mix them very well so they don't have a big crumb or chunk inside the sauce. So, okay, and now they're still on the simmer. I'm going to pour the cornstarch. You have to make one hand and then pour another hand so the sauce not getting crumb or chunk. So just try to mix and pour at the same time. Okay, and cook them and bring them come to be simmer again. And for about the thickness, it's sometimes it's up to you too. Okay, if you thinking you want it thicker, you add more cornstarch. Add a little bit at a time and see what you have before. I'm going to show you the consistency, how thick I like mine. It's the same the gravy sauce that you put on top of your food that you normally put on top of the food. It's supposed to be that thick. And last thing for the sauce, we just have to taste them. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn it low and I want them to be cooking simmers for another four more minutes. So, but I'm just gonna give them the last taste. You need the sweetness and the saltiness. The salt is the favorite should be. Okay, it's good now. For me, it's good. Now we're just gonna have to wait for the timer for our pork. See, it's very easy for making the sauce. So now we still have extra time too. Okay, so now 20 minutes. You can hear the timer. Okay, Google, turn off the timer. Alright, so now 20 minutes we cook our pork and I'm gonna bring it out. Just for flipping them to another side, I'm just gonna bring over here so you can see it. Look at this. Look at how this. Okay, now let me flip to the other side. I like how it burned over here a little bit. Okay, because you can see. Start looking good already. Can't wait. It already smells good, but it's not cooked all the way through yet. So, okay. All right. And after I flip them, I'm gonna let them cook on this side another 20 minutes. Let me put them back and set the timer for another 20 minutes. Okay, now 20 minutes. But I not waste my 20 minutes. When I wait for the cow pork, I talk to you guys on the live. That's a good experience. That's a really good time to chat with you guys a little bit while we're waiting for the pork cooking. Okay, see how is it? This is looks so good, right? Okay, now I'm going to turn off my stove first. Okay, and we have a sauce. We have our barbecue pork. I'm ready to try this. Look at how it's look at it. Oh my god, it will be so good. Okay, I'm just going to, I think I'm gonna grab this piece, the big one. Okay, here. Look at this. How nice and moist and juicy. Okay. Even okay, this piece kind of a little bit small. Let's try this piece. And this is on the side. Look, how's good. Okay, now I'm excited to try it. I cut them 3 pieces, and I know the cameraman want to eat them too. I'm gonna have my sauce here. The sauce still very hot. Look at it, all the sauce. I'm just gonna have a little bit of sauce, and I just want to show you how this moist of the pork coming. Okay, so but it's really hot though. It's really hot. Okay, I dipping all the whole pieces inside the sauce, and I think the cutter is still hot because the sauce is hot and then pork is hot, but I think I'll be okay. I hope so. Can't wait. Let's see. Not that bad. Yeah. Sweet, salty, all the 5 spice, sesame seed, sesame favorite, and the end pieces. End pieces is gonna be the best. So good. And really easy to make, but it just needs the time. Need the time for the marinade, but very, very easy to make. Oh, they're so good. If you have the char siu pork before, you know it how good it is, and they're easy to make. You just need the time for the marinade and time to cook. And you can eat them just for appetizer or your meal. But I'm gonna use them for making the next recipe, the very famous in Thailand. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. I hope you like this recipe. Please give me a thumb up, subscribe, and you will see me for the next recipe. Thank you.